I hope I'm being ripped apart. Who would create such torture?
Moha ow ha ha ha. Moha ow ha ha ha. Ow ha ha ha. Cesare Beccaria was born in 1738 Milan, Italy. As a kid, Beccaria went to a Catholic school and was very quiet and reserved. In 1758, he got a degree from the University of Pavia, and there he states that he learned the development of human feelings. After Beccaria began to study the justice system in 1763, he saw all of the torture being used and saw how heinous it was. In his day, any torture you could think of was used. There were other practices such as slow and hidden trails that he also felt he needed to speak up against. In 1764, he published his book, On Crimes and Punishments. In the book, he said that punishments needed to outweigh the crime and that people on trial should have rights such as you are innocent until proven guilty, rights to a fair and speedy trial, and to end the use of torture. Unlike documents before it, On Crimes and Punishments sought to protect the rights of criminals as well as the rights of their victims. On Crimes and Punishments also assigned specific roles to the various members of the courts. The thorough treatise included a discussion of crime prevention strategies. Beccaria's ideas were well received from many historical figures such as Catherine the Great, Thomas Jefferson, and John Adams. Cesare Beccaria had three tenets that served as the basis of his theories of criminal justice: free will, rational manner, and manipulability. Free will enables people to make choices. Beccaria believed that people have a rational manner and apply it toward making choices that will help them achieve their own personal gratification. In Beccaria's interpretation, law exists to preserve the social contract and benefit society as a whole. But because people act out of self-interest and their interest sometimes conflicts with societal laws, they commit crimes. The principle of manipulability refers to the predictable ways in which people act out of rational self-interest and might therefore be dissuaded from committing crimes if the punishment outweighs the benefits of the crime, rendering the crime an illogical choice. In addition to his fascination with criminal law, Beccaria was still drawn to the field of economics. In 1768, he was appointed the chair in public economy and commerce at the Palatine School in Milan. For the next 2 years, he also served as a lecturer there. Based on these lectures, Beccaria created an economic analysis entitled Elements of Public Economy. In it he pioneered the discussion of such topics as division of labor. Elements of Public Economy was eventually published in 1804, a decade after Beccaria's death. Beccaria's economics career also entailed serving on the Supreme Economic Council of Milan. This public position enabled him to strive for the same goal of economic reform that he had set with the Academy of Fists so many years ago. While in office, Beccaria focused largely on the issues of public education and labor relations. He also created a report on the system of measures that led France to start using the metric system. Beccaria's later years were beset by family difficulties and problems of health. He apparently did not relish the role of celebrity. In 1766 he went to Paris, where he was warmly greeted by distinguished figures of the day, but cut short his visit because of acute homesickness. His wife died in 1774 after a period of declining health. 3 months later he remarried. Property disputes initiated by his 2 brothers and sister resulted in litigation that distracted him for many years. Beccaria's last months were saddened by events in France. Although he had initially welcomed the French Revolution enthusiastically, he was shocked by the excesses of the Reign of Terror following his death. Talk of Beccaria spread to France and England. People speculated as to whether Beccaria's lack of recent writing on criminal justice was evidence that he had been silenced by the British government. In fact, Beccaria, prone to periodic bouts of depression and misanthropy, had grown silent on his own. A forerunner in criminology, Beccaria's influence during his lifetime extended to shaping the rights listed in the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. On Crimes and Punishments served as a guide to the Founding Fathers. Beccaria's theories, as expressed in his treatise On Crimes and Punishments, have continued to play a role in recent times. Recent policies impacted by his theories include, but are not limited to, truth in sentencing, swift punishment and the abolishment of the death penalty in some U.S. states. While many of Beccaria's theories are popular, some are still a source of heated controversy, even more than 2 centuries after the famed criminologist's death. Even though Beccaria's life had ended, his ideas lived on and are still used to this very day and can be seen in our modern-day American laws. Not only America, but many other countries in Europe reflect his philosophies of criminal rights. Cesare Beccaria has certainly built the world of law as we know it today.